Type "Who was King Baldwin" into a search bar, and you're instantly met with the legend of Baldwin IV, the famous Leper King. He's the teenage monarch who fought off a devastating disease while defending Jerusalem from Saladin. This map shows the 12th century Levant, highlighting a severe geopolitical reality. The Kingdom of Jerusalem was a tiny Latin Christian enclave, completely surrounded by the sprawling, hostile empires of the Fatimids, the Seljuqs, and the Zengids. Surviving in that pressure cooker required more than one legendary figure. The title, King Baldwin, actually represents a dynastic institution of 5 successive monarchs who ruled between 1100 and 1186. To comprehend how Baldwin IV had a kingdom left to defend at all, we have to uncover the political and military architects who built it, specifically the first 3 Baldwins. Holding this territory against unified Islamic forces took nearly a century of brutal, calculated, multi-generational statecraft. The first Baldwin arrived in the Levant with deep personal ambition. In 1097, he broke away from the main Crusader army, struck out alone, and exploited a local riot to seize control of Edessa. By December 1100, he was crowned the first king of Jerusalem, but he immediately recognized a fatal flaw in the territory he had just inherited. This map highlights early landlocked borders of the kingdom. With hostile forces blocking overland routes, the state would starve without European resupply. He launched a systematic military campaign to conquer the coastal cities, slowly anchoring his territory to the Mediterranean. By the time of his death in 1118, Baldwin I had transformed a highly vulnerable war camp into a structurally viable state secured by a permanent maritime lifeline. His successor, Baldwin II, was known for a profound religious devotion. He reportedly had calluses on his knees from constant prayer, but his reign was defined by extreme operational warfare. Warfare in the 12th century Levant was incredibly volatile. Baldwin II was captured in battle twice, enduring harsh imprisonments by Seljuq forces, once spending 4 entire years in captivity. Yet the state he governed was shockingly resilient. Even while the king was locked in a distant citadel, the kingdom's administrative machine kept running, successfully besieging and capturing the crucial economic port of Tyre. This structural chart shows how he solved his most pressing crisis, lacking a male heir. He meticulously orchestrated a succession plan, routing power through his eldest daughter, Melisende, by marrying her to the powerful French noble, Fulk V of Anjou. By securing that foreign alliance, he built a government robust enough to survive even when its monarch was stripped from the battlefield. Baldwin III was the first native-born king of this lineage. He inherited the throne as a teenager, forced to clean up the catastrophic aftermath of the Second Crusade's failed siege of Damascus. He asserted his authority quickly and ruthlessly. In 1152, he executed a swift military coup to depose his own mother, Queen Melisende, permanently stripping her partisans of power. As sole ruler, he displayed acute geopolitical intelligence. When he realized the remaining fortresses of Edessa were indefensible against Turkic encroachment, he sold them to the Byzantine Empire, forcing them to absorb the military burden. He then pivoted his military forces south. In 1153, he successfully conquered Ascalon, a victory that permanently sealed the kingdom's southern border against Fatimid invasions from Egypt. Internally, he executed a massive monetary overhaul. He recalled foreign currency and established a centralized royal monopoly on minting, issuing millions of uniform bill and denier coins to stabilize the economy. Baldwin III elevated Jerusalem from a scrambling frontier outpost into a centralized, economically secure nation-state. By the time Baldwin III died at age 33, the fragility of the early kingdom was gone. It stood as a wealthy, internationally recognized power, backed by a strong Byzantine alliance. So who was King Baldwin? The answer is an evolution: the fierce ambition of Baldwin I, the institutional resilience of Baldwin II, and the calculated intelligence of Baldwin III. This brings us back to Baldwin IV. Suffering from leprosy, he displayed incredible willpower, holding a fractured kingdom together against the overwhelming forces of Saladin. But his resistance did not occur in a vacuum. He could hold the line only because the defensive stage beneath his feet was forged by the blood, diplomacy, and coinage of the Baldwins who came before him.